Welcome to my surgical diary. I am about to have a supercharged BBL surgery, which is buttock implants wrapped in body fat. And this is going to take place in 2 days' time. I am going to keep a surgery diary because I think there's a big stigma in the fitness industry in particular about BBL surgery. Typically, it started as a way to use body fat to re-sculpt the body and create an hourglass figure, which is far more appealing in fashion and media to have that silhouette. And I think it's a classical shape. It's a way that women can have more confidence, men alike. There are procedures such as ab etching, liposuction, tummy tucks, breast jobs, augmentations, nose jobs. And I believe that no matter what you do in life, do what makes you happy, do your research, ask as many questions as possible, and always seek the finest surgeons. So many people get lured in by cheap deals and dodgy practices that offer them quick and convenient surgery, but then with heightened complications or botched surgeries that cost a lot more to repair in the long run. So I personally find, in sharing my experience, visiting the world's finest surgeons and aesthetic practitioners, I hope that I can show you how it should be performed properly and safely. Now, there's a big thing in the press right now about fat embolism, which is very dangerous and particularly associated with BBL surgery. It's where fat is harvested from around the body, particularly around the abdomen, the hips, sometimes around the back. You can take it from legs, arms, anywhere in the body that you develop fat. For fat to survive, it is then re-injected back into a different area through fat transfer. When fat is injected deep into muscle, the problem that then happens, it can cause fat to transfer into the bloodstream. This can cause clots and blockages, which can lead to heart attacks, strokes, and even death in some situations. This is predominantly based around poor practice. So you have these pop-up shops and clinics where they will inject into the buttocks. They are sometimes very unhygienic. They can be in people's homes and garages, which is very shocking. And it's kind of those dodgy practices that you would never want to go to. And these are the ones that are giving BBL a bad name in that respect. So for that reason, I want to show you a safe, hygienic, expertly skilled way to have surgery. Now, I'll be going to Marbella for my surgery, even though I live in London in the UK. The reason behind this being that if you do want to have a very specific surgery, it's best to seek the world's finest surgeons that perform this to get the best results for yourself. Naturally, you can't expect an expert to live next door to you. You can't expect to find a really stunning restaurant within a 5-minute walk from your house. When you want something that's very niche, you have to travel for it. And whilst BBL surgery is very popular in the UK, it's actually in Marbella, which is a very affluent and rich area, where there are the specialists, and I am prepared to travel for the extra service and skill set required for this. Seeing as I am in the UK, I actually find it very beneficial to use a cosmetic concierge. Now, the company that I use, which I've used earlier this year and I'm returning to, is Serene Cosmetic. And what they do is book all of the surgical procedures, the healing, the aftercare, the post-checkup appointments, accommodation, food, everything that I need, so that all I have to do is get on a plane with my suitcase and arrive for everything to be taken care of. The reason that I particularly enjoy traveling abroad for high-end surgery, so this isn't a cheap package deal. It costs just as much, if not slightly more than having surgery in the UK, because I'm then recovering it in Marbella for 2 weeks. So it's also a lovely holiday as well, in 5-star luxury. As a busy working mother of 2, I find it particularly helpful after I've had a surgery to be able to recover in rest and relaxation, rather than running around after the children, having to do housework, or not having the facilities that I need to rest and recover properly. It means that I get a very decent recovery and I'm just looked after, which is amazing. I also find the weather in Marbella in the winter is just beautiful compared to the UK, where it's cold and windy here. So it's just a nicer, more upbeat environment to be in. It's pure luxury. I'm well looked after and taken care of. And actually it's a little bit of me time. So I'm going to be sharing with you my surgical diary. It's going to be in episodes, so it's a YouTube series. I will show you the realistic approach to BBL surgery, everything that's involved, the healing, the aftercare, and my results. Now, being in the fitness industry, I am a professional bodybuilder. I placed in my first contest with Pure Elite as a mother of two, as you can see. I have a BMI of 21.3. This is based upon actually gaining weight for my surgery, as it's fat transfer. The more excess body fat that you have, the better the results to wrap around the implants. So for this surgery, I have been eating like an absolute lunatic, whereas normally I would be watching what I eat coming up to Christmas, wanting to be in shape for Christmas parties, and make sure that I don't overindulge. Actually, I've been told to overindulge. So I've had lots of takeaways, lots of vegan tiffins, as I'm vegan and gluten-free through food intolerances. I've had curries, I've had carbs. I'm just literally packing it on. So I will show you the state of my body now, ready for surgery. So whilst it may not look like I have a lot of weight, I actually now have, can you see, squish. I'm soft and squishy. So this will be used to remove fat to then put into my implants in my buttocks. Now there's lots of different sizes of implants. You can have very small ones that are just very subtly shaped. And you can have massive ones like the kind of J-Lo or Kim Kardashian style. I actually want to have, as I'm naturally stay quite slim throughout the year, I'm a UK size 8 and I weigh around 63, 64 kilograms right now, which is about 10 stone. I don't want a booty that looks odd for me, because at the end of it, everybody would say, well, that's fake, it's surgery. Equally, in bodybuilding, the key is to build muscle and reduce body fat, as is most people's fitness goals, is to tone up and lose weight, look good in clothes and look good naked, most importantly. So when you actually do work out and you bodybuild, excess body fat goes from your breasts and from your buttocks. We will want a slim stomach, but to do that, we reduce what makes us curvy. Some people are naturally big busted, which is amazing. But even after having children, you lose breast tissue. It happens. I've had a breast augmentation. I have silicone implants in my breasts. And it means that throughout the year, I can have a slim physique without losing my cleavage. So likewise for BBL, especially in fitness, there's this massive fashion for curvy hips, to have that projection rather than a floppy pancake bum with the different sizes of implants. I want the smallest because I'm a tall, slim girl. So having this massive implant will just make me look silly. And I think the sign of a good surgeon is no sign of their surgery at all. For people to look at something and think, are you naturally like that? Or do you do 1,000 squats a day? Like, how do you have this physique? So I'm going to show you my booty before surgery, which, I bodybuild. I train 5 to 6 days a week, sometimes 7 days a week. You should always take a rest day, depending on my schedule. I need a very healthy, active lifestyle. I'm vegan. I love exercise and I love feeling and looking my best. But naturally, in doing that, I reduce my body fat and I lose my booty. So this is a way to have that kind of shape and pertness, even when I am very low in body fat, especially when competing. Hope you can hear me here, guys. I'm going to spin around. Carrying weight before surgery. As I say, I've done everything in fitness to build a booty, to work my glutes, to train my hamstrings, my quads, lots of squats, and I do have a bum. There's a little extra weight there, more bigger than I would normally be. But the idea being that I want to have a bum that doesn't disappear when I lose weight. And that's what implants will do for me. So I'm looking to have an implant of around 300 cc. The way you pose does change the projection of your bottom. There are certain techniques. My arms here now look quite small. However, when I engage the muscle, you can see that I work hard and I have good definition. I hope this is helping some of you. With the buttocks, when they're not engaged, they can look quite floppy and soft. As soon as you engage them, can you see the firmness? Putting your weight on them, the way you stand, the way you pose, you can have a big bum that then disappears when you stand up, when you tuck your hips under. No bum, big bum. There is a lot of angles involved in the pictures that you see online. Most people these days in social media have had BBL surgery. A lot of people deny it, or a lot of people use clever camera angles to make the buttocks appear bigger. Some people even wear padded pants. I actually want to have BBL surgery, as I say, so that I can stay slim throughout the year and still feel womanly. I know the risks that are involved through fat embolism, and I know that my surgeon, Dr Aslani, is so skilled in this. He has performed thousands of these surgeries. He knows how to avoid fat embolism and how to do it safely. And that's dependent on the implant used and the volume of fat transferred to which depth. So I feel safe as a patient knowing that I've had a rhinoplasty surgery with Dr. Aslani, which I absolutely love the results, and that he has operated on so many people. He is the top of his field. He is worth every second on an aeroplane to get to him in Marbella. So he is somebody that I definitely trust with my health. He is very professional. His results are immaculate. Through having a cosmetic concierge and the clinic, I know that I have all of my questions answered every time, the most luxurious recovery and the most expert care possible. Before I talk too much, I will say goodbye to you guys, and I will see you in a video number 2 when I will have had my surgery in Spain. So wish me luck and keep watching.